Is the rally over? The S&P 500 has rallied over 10% in just under 2 months. On really the belief that both the inflation and Federal Reserve hawkishness has peaked. So let's talk about how things might either get better or worse from here. The consensus for the S&P 500 in August, just 2 months ago, was between 3,200 and 3,400. But the S&P 500 right now is about 4,200. So just 6 to 8 weeks ago, the consensus was that we would see a new low in August. Instead, the S&P 500 has moved 1,000 points higher than that expectation, which just goes to show how bad prognostication can be in this type of market. And why I sound like a broken record. It's about time in the market, not about timing the market. So the key issue for stocks right now is that the market has begun to price in really perfection, where the economy will be strong enough to avoid a recession, inflation will abate, and earnings will be lower but still positive. So this Goldilocks-type scenario is really not impossible, but we should still acknowledge that there are significant headwinds that could derail this rally. For example, if the Federal Reserve reinforces that it's not close to done on their rate hikes and it doesn't open the door to a pause in late 2022, or if economic data falls faster than the inflation rate, causing stagflation worries, or if China locks down again, or even if the Russia-Ukraine war expands from where it currently is. Any of those outcomes could all derail the current rally. And then there's always the black swan events that nobody can predict. That said, things could get better if the Fed does hint at pausing rates, economic growth falls slower than inflation is falling, creating real growth, CPI continues to drop quickly, China drops its zero COVID policy, and some sort of resolution is reached between Russia and Ukraine in the way of a ceasefire. Now, to get near all-time new highs, again, and revisit those highs that we saw back in January, would put a multiple on the S&P 500 close to 19 to 20 times the 2023 S&P 500 earnings, which isn't impossible, but that valuation usually is more in line with an environment that's categorized by very low inflation and more accommodative Federal Reserve policy. So, to put all this in plain English, we do have an improved outlook for stocks, but for those stocks to move substantially higher from here, we still need to have a lot of things go right. So at the end of the day, I hope this video helps set some proper expectations, gives you some confidence not to abandon your long-term investment plan. As always, stay the course, stay on point. Take care.